Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shalomi. I'm a makeup artist and hairstylist. So as you know, we are currently going through a pandemic and most of you are working from home. So I thought it'd be helpful and useful to just put together a little video on how to look a little bit more presentable for those Zoom meetings and maybe, video calls on house party with your friends and family. So I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you find it useful. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do click the subscribe button so that you can keep up to date when I post a new video. Let's get started. I'm going to keep this look super simple, so hopefully it'll be something easy for you to apply and it will make you feel more put together and more presentable. The camera can often wash you out, and so focusing on things like your brows, brightening under your eyes, a little bit of blush and a lip tint is pretty much all you need to keep it really subtle but also very beautiful. I'm going to start with foundation. Again, you don't need to use foundation, you can use a tinted moisturizer. I just like a little bit more coverage, but I'm using the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick. This has a really natural finish, so I quite like using it. But it's also something that's buildable, so if you're someone who wants a little bit more coverage, this is brilliant. I'm going to use a dense, fully packed brush here to just buff that into my skin. Next, I'm going to apply some concealer. This is just to cancel out any darkness and to brighten up the eyes to make them look a little bit more awake. I'm using the Dior Skin Forever Undercover. I'm then going to go ahead and fill my brows in. I'm using the Dior Brow Styler. I'm going to then go in with the Benefit Brow Setter Gel, just to set my brows into place. I found this works really well to keep the brow hairs in place. We're going to completely skip over doing anything crazy to our eyes because time is of the essence in the morning. You just want to look put together, so I'm literally going to use a setting powder by LC Cosmetics in the shade Dark. I'm just gonna swirl my brush in there and just go over my lids. This is gonna stop your eyelids from getting shiny throughout the day, but because it's just the same color as your skin, it's not gonna be too much. And that's that. I'm gonna use my favorite cheat technique of making me look like I've got eyeliner on, but I haven't really. And I'm going to keep it really subtle again. I'm going to use a brown kohl pencil by Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just going to trace really close to the lash line and then just smudge it out. And that is it. I'm going to take a flat brush like this and I'm then just going to smudge it in an upwards motion. And I'm not going too far up my lid, I'm literally trying to keep it in place but just smudge it out so it doesn't look so harsh. If you found that you've smudged it out a little bit from your line and the liner is drooping down, you can just clean it up with your concealer brush in an upwards motion. I'm going to curl my lashes next. Now I know this is a step that you probably feel you could skip, but trust me, it really does open your eyes, and that's kind of how you want to look on camera. You want to look really awake and make your eyes look nice and wide and bright. So I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply lots of mascara. I'm using one of my favorite mascaras at the moment, which is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I'm also taking it down to my bottom lashes, but just a little bit. Sometimes what you'll find is if the light hits you in the wrong direction, it can often cause a shadow to fall onto your lower lashes, causing a little bit of a shadow and darkness, and that's not a cute look. So you want to try and avoid putting too much mascara at the bottom. Now I'm just going to take my beauty blender and I'm just going to go over that concealer and make sure that I don't have any lines. And then what I'm going to do is I know you're in the house, so you don't need lots and lots of powder, especially if you're someone who doesn't have really oily skin, but I still like to set the T-zone because again, on camera, if the light's hitting you in the wrong direction, you can look sweaty, and again, not a great look. So I'm going to take a really light powder. I'm going to take the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder, and then I'm just going to go underneath my eyes, down my nose, on my forehead where I tend to get a little bit oily, and on my chin. And that's about it for powder. I'm now going to start to bring a little bit of colour into my face because it's looking quite flat at the moment. So I'm going to use a multi-purpose stick, and I love, especially in the mornings when you're on the go, when you are in a rush, you want to use, if you can use one product in 3 different ways, that's fantastic. So you could actually potentially use this on your eyes, on your lips, on your cheek. I'm going to use it on my cheeks and as a lip tint. It's by a brand called Ilia. I'm just going to place a little bit on my cheeks. If you have a brush, great. If you don't, absolutely fine. You can just blend it out with your fingers. And it just gives such a natural flush. What I then like to do, if you suddenly feel like, oh no, I put way too much blusher, you can always go in and put some bronzer on top of it, or just your face powder. What I'm going to do is actually take this setting powder by LC Cosmetics and just go over that a little bit. Just going to go around my forehead and underneath my chin just to tie the whole look together. I've got some lip balm on, so I'm just going to remove that. I'm going to line my lips with the KKW Beauty in the shade Nude 3. I just like to soften my lip liners so that they don't look too harsh. Then going back into that multi-purpose stick, I'm going to apply a little bit of that tint. And that is it, guys. I hope you really like the look and it's something that you feel like you'll be able to achieve at home. Just a few other things that you might want to consider is lighting. I know for some people they have their desktop already fixed at home, so it's a little bit more tricky when it comes to lighting. I mean, you can get things on Amazon like a mini ring light and things like that, but might not be something you want to get. But ideally it'd be great to sit in front of a window that's bringing in lots of light, and you want to make sure that you haven't got lighting coming just on top of your head or from underneath, because it can cause all sorts of shadows and doesn't look great. Another thing you might want to think about is what you're also wearing, especially for a work meeting. You might want to avoid lots of patterns and prints because that can become quite distracting on the camera. If you are someone who fiddles with your hair a lot, maybe don't wear it out. Just put it back into a ponytail, keep it neat. You just want to look like you made a little bit of an effort, because I know for a lot of people it's suddenly quite different to now work from home. I'm someone who's been doing it for a few years now, so there are times where I get into that little bit of a rut of, oh, I can just wear a casual t-shirt. But when you are having a business meeting, you want to look presentable. Again, I'm a hair fiddler as well, so I'm constantly moving my hair around, swirling it in my fingers. So I like to wear it in a ponytail or wear it in a bun, so it's out of the way. Again, with jewelry, keep it simple. You just don't want anything distracting on the screen. Another thing that you want to think about quite importantly is just cleaning, giving your lens a clean, whether it's your computer, your laptop, your phone, your iPad, whatever it is, just give it a quick clean so that it looks quite sharp. Again, think about angles as well, so think about flattering angles. One of the best angles is just directly into your eyes, so the lens at the same level as your eyes. If you want a more slimmer frame, you can always have the camera slightly higher and tilted downwards. I hope these small tips that I've given you will make you feel your best and look your best and make you feel more presentable, especially for a work meeting. If you did enjoy this video, please do leave me a comment. Do share it with your friends if this is something you feel that would be helpful for them. Do subscribe so you can keep up to date with my videos. Take care and stay safe.